Hello everybody, Troysicle here, and you know what time it is. It is Sonic Frontiers Final Horizon time. Thank you for joining me, guys. It's been a while since I've done, well, anything. But I'll address all that and just plans for the channel and everything in a community tab post if I haven't already. But for now, I'm back, and I figured the Sonic Frontiers Final Horizon update came out. We need to play this, guys. Like, I did play it over the weekend on my own time. And holy crap, man. It's not even so much like that it's hard. It's just like there's so much stuff that like you need to know that the game doesn't tell you. Down to the final boss. But once you start to figure things out, things mesh well. Although I will tell you right now, if you are not of the faint of heart, just go right ahead. Don't even hesitate. Take your difficulty slider down to easy. You will thank me later. There's some stuff you don't really need it for, but if you want to make the experience a little less... That's the right word. I don't want to say... If you want to make it less emasculating, yes, even for you ladies out there, I would take it down to the easy. And that's coming from somebody that has beaten the entire game multiple times on hard. I've not done expert though, but that's because I have not played through the extra challenges that they've added in other updates. At some point I will. At some point I want to do a New Game Plus playthrough of this game with better graphics, because I am now playing this on an Xbox Series S. I decided to get the S again because they released the 1TB model, and because I wanted something where I could play more next-gen games, but doesn't sound like a freaking airplane like my PS5 does, which is one of the things I'll address in that community post, is about why we never got to Spider-Man or anything like that. I'm talking too much. Anyway, let's get into this new story itself. So, basically how this works is, timeline-wise, this ring portal pops up right as Sonic gets to Uranus Island. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So he goes through the portal, and now I don't want to know if we want to say we're in another timeline, but we now have another option of defeating the end once and for all. So now Sage is saying, like, hey, I can bring your friends back, and they can help you and save some time, and you can take this time to go do other things. Which these other things are trials where Sonic will meet Special Coco, who we'll learn more about as I go through here. And he will learn to take this cyber corruption that he's been enduring throughout the game and convert that into a different type of power for him to use against the end. Which, if you guys watched my initial playthrough of Sonic Frontiers, the graphically inferior Switch version,
what's going on?
We kind of beat the end already, but this is going to be hopefully a better option for Sonic and friends. So we're going to be doing that. And for the first time in years, the first time since Sonic 06, we're finally going to see Sonic's friends go on their own adventure as they travel around this island and try to gather the Chaos Emeralds for Sonic to use, instead of Sonic doing it by himself. There are also, of course, cyberspace portals, just like in the initial Uranus Island. I'm telling you right now, I am not S-ranking all these portals, but I will try to play them as I go through and get time. So the first character we're getting here is Amy. And I'm sorry if I'm talking so much, guys. I'm just trying to get the whole context out and just, I guess, explain the situation as best I can. I do understand some people want to listen to the cutscenes and everything. That's why I did try to turn the audio up louder for this playthrough. And I will try to be a little more silent for future cutscenes as the video goes on. But thanks for sticking with me so far. So, another thing that this island adds, well, this update adds to the island, is instead of getting regular map challenges like we got in the initial game, now we're getting straight up platforming sequences with the other characters that utilize their abilities. Like you saw there, Amy has multiple jumps. She has a double jump like Sonic, but she can also do this tarot card jump, which comes in handy. And she's a bit floatier too. I feel like that's a callback to her, I guess, her Dreamcast physics. We'll put it that way. But she's still, compared to Sonic and the others, a little lacking in the ability department, but we can fix that. Because Amy, and the other characters as well, have their own skill trees. So, now we can do the side loop. Which, in my opinion, makes for a very fine addition to her skill set. What I like in this is that they have given the other characters, I don't want to say complete parity with Sonic, but the past couple of years, especially now with Sonic Superstars coming out, and as well as Sonic Origins that came out earlier this year, is they've been trying to get all the other characters up to snuff with Sonic, so that way players actually feel good playing as these other characters. So I think that's why Sega got away from having people play as Amy, Tails, and Knuckles, is that I think they were struggling in the early 2000s with making them feel different but the same, if that makes sense. Oof. Gotta be careful. Like, Amy was significantly slower. Knuckles was broken. They couldn't figure out what the hell they wanted to do with Tails at all for multiple games. But here, you'll notice that they're, much like their classic counterparts, they are very similar to Sonic. Just, they have different abilities that, admittedly, are complement Sonic's playstyle very well. So what you want to do is, as you go around the island, you want to pick up as many skill points as you can for each character, because you want to unlock all these abilities, because they will come in handy for the different challenges. In fact, there's some challenges I'll even say, like, you're not going to be able to beat them without having the extra skills. So we're actually going to go in right now. We have 29 skill points. And we're going to unlock Amy's Stomp. Which, I'm a big fan of the Stomp. I think anybody who's played enough of the Boost games is a big fan of the Stomp. We're going to want the multi-lock. The multi-lock is really cool, and it comes in handy for a lot of these challenges. And Amy's the only one that gets the multi-lock. Well, Tails and Knuckles kind of get their own versions of it, but it's not the same. Now, we'll also want the parry. Which, if you guys have seen my regular Sonic Frontiers playthrough, you already know I know how to parry. Of course, this DLC actually does add in the perfect parry. And of course, I forgot Amy cannot wall run. That is, I want to say Sonic exclusive, but it's not. Because Knuckles obviously can climb walls. He can only climb specific walls, but so can Sonic. So, I think a lot of people are giving the game crap already for eliminating Knuckles' moveset like that. But I'll explain as we go and play as the different characters why I think they did what they did with certain characters. So, we'll get there. As for Amy, I think she's definitely the most well-rounded out of the three. I'm not going to say everything about her is perfect, because it is far from that. But she is pretty great to play with and control. And now we got the card spin. It's basically just they gave her a full combo. And the card spin will get upgraded later on because you can only use that for a certain period of time. But there's an ability we'll get later, right here, which allows her to do the spin indefinitely. For right now, we're going to go right in here. And they do give her a little platform challenge for this little area here. Oh yeah, okay. We're going to go around the little loop-de-loop.
Maybe I can get some insight with my fortune cards.
The heart of the cards. The heart of the cards. I watched too much Yu-Gi-Oh growing up.
Is that things are obscured and danger approaches. I knew that already. Wait, seek insight from unfamiliar places? Ooh, the Coco! Of course! They should be able to help.
Ah, yes, the Coco.
All the vaults are empty. Wait, you have a lead? Tell me what you found.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I was kind of hoping it was they would send me in another direction type scenario. Huh, there's some points we can get right here. That'll come in handy. Pointless cannon, if you ask me. Not much I can do about it. So here's a map challenge, and basically what this challenge is that you got to do different things in different directions. And one thing I don't like about Amy's Stomp is that you can't do the automatic, like it doesn't automatically return, or not return, continue the stomp. Like Sonic, you can do like 3 of them, and it's fine, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so that's light number 2. So here what it is, it's basically just 5 different challenges. Or 4, just to get all the little lights to light up. Here's one right here. You're gonna side loop around here. And you gotta find your way up. Which is doable. May take a little work. Like maybe I'll just do that instead of climbing the tower because Amy can't climb it herself. Sonic can, and he is playable on the island. So I'm not worried about it too much. And there's this little thing right here where you got a homing attack. I think 3 torches? Yeah. And then just like that, the map is done. Well, the map challenge is done. As you can see, because there's so many new map challenges, it takes a while to actually go through the whole map. Which won't be the focus of this. Like, I'm going to showcase as much as I can, but this is 100% primarily a story playthrough. We're just kind of doing the challenges and such as we come across them. So I'll show off the multi-lock. Like, that is such a cool ability. So yeah, one of Amy's main criticisms that people are having is that she doesn't use her hammer for a lot. Like, she doesn't use it for combat. Oops. mostly using the cards, and a lot of people are upset about that. I am to some extent. Like, the hammer's such a part of her identity. I don't have a problem with her, because people are saying, like, they emphasize too much on her using the cards. I think to the point where people don't want her using the cards anymore. I don't really care about her using the cards myself. It's like more of a... I just think it would be better if they balanced the hammer out with it a little more. Like, there's certain moves, and I will show them, that you definitely... they could have gotten away with having the hammer. Do. Here's our next Coco buddy. And there's no real reason to worry about watching Coco cutscenes. They all do the same thing. I'm gonna cheat a little bit right there and get these bad boys. What do we have here? Something I can't use. Alright, let's speak with Elder Coco.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I'm hoping now you can lead me in the right direction. Do you know what happened to the Chaos Emeralds? Thanks for the insight. We won't let you down.
Oh, Amy, you're so positive. I almost regret the toxic negativity I held toward you during my initial playthrough of this game. And many others. Okay, that's not true. I'll always be toxic to Amy. It's what Sonic would want. Lots of Amy abilities up here. Well, skill points. Listen, this ain't a Troysicle playthrough unless I'm flubbing words. Timer challenges will never scare me. Never. Never! And I'm sorry if you guys can hear the lawnmower in the background. Said I don't like it either. But I can't help what other people are doing. Anyway, let's get the high card jump. So, all this does is, once you do your stomp, you get this nice little bam. And then we still have skill points left. So we'll put those to good use. I'm going to wait a bit on the spin card boost because I don't even have enough points for that. But we will get the Psy Hammer because I will need that. It comes in handy. Bam. And I think that's it for now until I get more points. Yeah, I have 30. I almost have enough to get both, well, one of those. Oh, yeah, my recommendation when you're playing this is to work on getting your skills as fast as possible. It makes this playthrough a lot more comfortable. And to recharge the character abilities, all you need to do is get rings. See, just like that, now we can do the Psy Hammer. And these little purple things, these are all for the Psy Hammer as well. And each ability, once the bar is maxed out, you get, I think, 3 or 4 attempts. Bam. Also, this music is bumping. Alright, we got another map piece unlocked. That stuff's important. Alright, let's talk to Hermit Coco.
Hello. I'm sorry to disturb you, but you may be our last hope. Can you tell me what happened to the Chaos Emeralds? Thanks for the insight. We won't let you down.
And I hope nobody noticed that, but I fixed my resolution during the cutscene. I had not realized that I still had it set for my resolution for my Switch, because sadly for my Switch I have to do different settings. It's weird. And the Xbox, you can't really edit. We're just gonna unlock the infinite card spin. Just for fun. Alright guys, and now we'll do this next map challenge. Which there's 2 little beams here you gotta hit. See if I remember how to do this. It's easier than it looks, I swear. Even with the lawnmower. I think this one. I have to turn this one. And this one will hit the... thought it hit the first beam. I'm not sure. Let's try something else. Oh, can I not move this one? Okay, so that's one. Can I not move this one now? And that's two. Whew. Not good with brain teasers, guys. Now the fun platforming part. Oh yeah, this will be so much fun, guys. That's cheap, game. Cheap! It's a time-sensitive switch. What the hell? I guess maybe I should have double jumped. I've beaten this already. I should know how to do this. Yeah, okay, I did that to myself. That's on me. Oof, I was kind of hoping I could save that. I gotta stop. I'm embarrassing myself. You also have to be a little careful with Amy. What I found, mostly with the Xbox version of this, is that a lot of Amy's actions are not, I don't want to say time sensitive. Yo, what the hell? What the hell? There's like a slight delay sometimes with Amy's actions, I've noticed. I cannot catch a break here. Damn it. Okay, we're gonna wait this time. Okay, made it. Barely, but I made it. A win is a win. Wait, did I seriously do all that for, like... No. There must be, like, somewhere else I have to go. I mean, whatever. Power seeds are fine. I'm gonna need those, but I thought there'd be more of a reward. Oh, okay. I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is because I have it set to easy. You really need the easy mode turned on more for the towers, I'd say. Not really for the platforming challenges. Because I remember when I did this, there was no homing attack stuff here. You'd have to actually use the cannons and such. So I might turn easy mode off until we get to the Trial of the Masters. I think I'm going to have to. But for now, it's Knucklin time. Which, this out of the 3 new tracks is my favorite. Like, not... We're gonna make this change quick. Perfect.
Ancient's technology is hiding the emeralds from us.
Oh, they're really gonna make me wait for that thing to fill? I don't need a tutorial for the side loop. It's one thing I wish this game would stop, is force me to do tutorials when I get new abilities. Then the next thing to note, at least why I gotta say, I think Knuckles is the weakest of the 3 characters, is because of how freaking stiff his glide is. Like, I'm lucky I made that. Like, Knuckles, I love you, man, but you gotta learn how to turn. Oh yeah, I forgot. He has like no combat abilities right off the bat either. You have to unlock that. Yeah, all the characters start from scratch, so all they can do when you first unlock them is run and jump. A little unfortunate, but nothing you can do. However, I do wish your skill points from the main campaign carried over. They do for Sonic. And if you didn't bother upgrading Sonic in the main campaign, this is a great way to get his attributes back up. Yeah, but each character, when you first play them, like I am now, it kind of takes a minute to get used to them. That's why it's good to just pretty much dip your feet in the deep end right away. Do any challenge you can find where you have to use their movesets. And, you know what, like, it doesn't hurt to know your limits either. Like, one thing right off the bat I don't like right away with Knuckles is when he climbs up too far on a wall, he kind of does that and then faces away from the wall, so it makes recovery kind of a pain in the ass. I'm like scared because this one seems super easy. But we got more map. More map is never a bad thing. And of course we need to get more skill points, so more map will help us later. That was an accident. Oh my gosh, I can avoid like this entire platforming challenge. And then you gotta mash the X button so you can take down this, I guess it's called an impact form. So who wants to deal with that, am I right?
We have to hurry.
Am I right, guys?
If they're suppressing the emerald's power from your senses, they must be powerful pieces
I'll pick up any cocoa you see along the way as well.
found any yet.
they will come in handy. Fudge. Not that upgrading the extra characters' abilities really comes in too much of handy, because they really only get to deal with the sub-bosses, like the Guardians. Okay, let's get the combo attack, and do we have enough for the stomp still? Yes, I needed a tutorial to know that I could punch. We'll get that heat stomp in. Don't worry, you guys will get to see the heat stomp. If I sound annoyed, like it's just because I just played this game, so all this stuff is fresh in my mind. Oof. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, Knuckles' turn. I remember even in the adventure games, his turning wasn't so bad. Here, though, definitely needs some work. Like, when he's on the ground turning, he's fine. Even, like, during a boost. Like, that's a good turn radius. But when he's gliding, it's rough. I'll have to remember there's more skill points down there. Okay, that really didn't go anywhere. So we're going to go back for those skill points. And if any of you are looking forward to cyberspace levels, probably the next part. We'll see how long it takes me to get the Tails. Because once I get the Tails, I can actually get the Sonic. Alright. I love these new platforming challenges, by the way, if you guys can't tell. This is the stuff I definitely say is worth playing in hard mode for. Just for the love of all that is holy, turn the difficulty down for the Master Trials. Alright, we got enough points. Let's get that Psy-Knuckle, we'll need that. It's basically the same thing as Amy's Hammer. And Sonic's quick Psy-Loop, and Tails' ability, which we will see very soon. Those lookout Coco are very important. That's probably why it wasn't the best idea for me to glide as much as I did earlier. To get that impact form, because you can only find those lookout Coco on the ground. Well, for the most part. Oh, another thing people keep complaining about is that short delay when Knuckles glides. Yeah, that one doesn't actually bother me as much. If anything, it gets me more time to prepare for some of the bullshit. It's really just the turning that ticks me off. Like, if they could put like a bar in that lets you just tweak the turn radius on the glide just a little bit. That would be awesome. Took a couple attempts, but we broke it. Where is this gonna take us? Shoot. Alright, we got this, we got this. 400. Perfect. Alright. Can we do this first try? I don't know. Nope, we failed. So this challenge, it requires, like, you have to go specifically where it wants you to go. No variation. And it sends you the correct direction towards your next objective, but you have to kind of figure out, like, what that is sometimes, because there's more than one in your way. I overdid it with the boost, but I made it. It's not bad. Only messed up once. Done worse. Okay, and I see that there is a little platform for me to get some skill points out there, so we're gonna go for it. It also doesn't involve much turning at all, so that's a big bonus for me. Really quick, I'm gonna use... Oh yeah, I gotta get more rings. Alright, looks like I want to go up there. Wherever there is. That's where I want to be. Yeah, I do wish Knuckles could climb all surfaces. But some things, the more I think about, the more they make sense. Like, I'm not the only one to complain about this. Like, Knuckles can only climb the red towers. He can't climb... Like, he can glide into it, but he can't climb this wall. So what I think it is, it's kind of like the same reason why Tails can suddenly just summon his Cyclone Plane. Which you guys will get to see in a bit. Probably more than likely the next video, but we'll see. These guys are, even though they're technically here on the island, they're still technically in cyberspace. So they're not completely corporeal. Or corporeal. However the hell you pronounce it. So they're like here and there at the same time, which is explained in the main story. So they can interact with some things, and some things they really can't. But Tails can summon things. Like, Tails can't summon a Cyclone, like, just pop it in out of thin air. He probably has to call it, if anything. I mean, he has, like, a homing beacon or something that brings it to him in the real world. I don't know the specifics of that. But, like, I know, like, we've never seen it before, because in any other context, that wouldn't work. And in this context, I don't think Knuckles being able to climb any surface would really work, because he's not here. Not entirely. But that's just my logic. We'll do this map challenge quick. If you know, if I can get the Knuckles turn around, for the love of all that is holy, please. Please turn like a normal echidna. For the love of all that is holy, ignore your half-baked programming and turn. I want my map piece. Alright, we need to go this way. More skill points are always a good thing. And if you haven't noticed, I am avoiding boss battles like a plague. Maybe once I get the characters, like I get all their skills and get them leveled up a little bit, I might start going after some of these guys. But right now, as it stands, every time I've gone after a boss, like with everything at level 1, I have gotten my shit, the shit kicked out of me, like, absolutely. So I've kind of shied away from that. But for the challenge and the fun of a Let's Play, I think at some point I will go fight a boss. Just as things stand, not right now. Because all it'll take is like one hit from one of those guys and I lose all my rings. It's over. Okay. So the Chaos Emerald is up there. And they're giving us a little challenge to get there. Real quick, we're going to go in. Let's get... We'll get the parry. And then we'll save that one so I can get the drill spin attack. And up we go. Gotta get them Chaos Emeralds. By the way, look at this. We should be upright right now. I don't know, I just think that's funny. I hope I'm not the only one. Like, I'm not saying that to, like, crap talk Sega. Because I do love this update. Even when things like that happen. Ow. Guys. Have a little mercy, please. Oh, the jank takes me back to Sonic Adventure. Oh, big spring right here. I'll use it. Fwick you. Fwick you too. You all a bunch of fwicks. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Big, thick tower. Alright. How dare you? Do you know who I am? I'm Knuckles. But, anyway guys, I think that calls it for this part. Next time, we will see Miles Tails Prower in action. And, maybe we'll go back to Sonic for a little bit. Alright, see you guys then. This is Troysicle, signing out.
I bet I can bypass that thing holding the emeralds by accessing cyberspace.